Ladies and gentlemen, you are now tuned in to the podcast of destiny. Exchanging bits where the punchlines clash and the tales grow legendary in a thunder crash. Mic check 1, 2, we're the kings of the riffs. Hot takes, bad ideas on a mountain of bits. Exchanging bits, exchanging bits. One rad joke and we rock with it. Exchanging bits, exchanging bits. Raise that riff and get loud with it. Come on! Exchanging bits with your host, Joe Campione. Yeah!
Welcome the fuck back to Exchanging Bits, the podcast where we take comedy just a little too seriously. As always, I'm your host, Joe Campione, coming at you from the man cave, and I'm a little constipated from my peptides, so a dump soon would be preferable. But I digress, I guess. I will give you a quick peptide diary update. I am officially down 14 pounds in 1 month, of taking retatrutide. I feel great. Starting to fit in my clothes a little bit better and drowning in certain huge t-shirts that as a fat dude I obviously owned. Eating is a chore some days. I'm doing my best to make sure I'm getting my protein and drinking water and not just Diet Cokes like I always do. Some days are better than others. Now if I could stop smoking heaters like it was my job, that would probably be another good step in the right direction. But this week in comedy news, Nate Bargatze is under fire for attending the White House UFC freedom fights. This is another example, in my opinion, of people not minding their fucking business, honestly. Nate is a very clean comedian, maybe the least political comedian, and tries not to step on toes and tries not to offend anybody. And he got caught in some pictures in the background with President Trump, and people are freaking the fuck out. He's a dude. Dudes love the UFC. And labeling someone for being a Nazi cannot just be the go-to button every time somebody attends something involving President Trump. To say the whole production, though, wasn't fucking sick just as a person or an American. Like, dudes beating the shit out of each other with the White House and fireworks and flyovers. And I think I heard that there was Evel Knievel motorcycle stuntmen on the White House lawn, too. That was part of the event. Like, that shit's badass. The Justin Gaethje intro, where he's looking at the Declaration of Independence, and then he comes out and he's just fucking got the flag on, and then he knocks this motherfucker out. The upset win, the U.S. on top, champs. I think people are blowing this way out of proportion. Nate obviously just wanted to go watch the UFC. Carry on, Nate. This is a non-issue to anyone with fucking brain cells. Moving on. There's a movie coming out. Ben Stiller has announced the release of a brand new comedy movie about pickleball on Apple TV titled The Dink, starring a pretty awesome cast of Jake Johnson from New Girl, Ed Harris, who's been in fucking everything under the sun. I think he was in Westworld the most recently, but he's been in fucking everything. Patton Oswalt, who's great, and then Ben Stiller himself, who's a comedy legend, comedy movie legend. It's pretty well documented by my friends that I play pickleball every week, as a middle-aged white man should. And I thought pickleball was going to be super gay in the beginning, but then I scored one singular point the first game I played, and it's been a part of my identity ever since. So I'm fucking hyped for this movie.
Aesthetic perfection. She needs our protection. An epidemic is sweeping across our once great nation, and its name is
pickleball, bitch.
Yeah.
Here's your pickleball. Get in the garbage. This is a tennis club, lady.
Get your pickleball ass out of here.
My name is Dusty Boyd.
You're crushing these old people, Dusty.
But most people know me as the Hammer.
How come you work for your dad teaching 9-year-olds?
He's the guy that all my
right, so yeah, it looks like Jake Johnson's character used to be like a tennis pro that was washed up and almost beat some of the greats, and then he just started beating up on old people in tennis, so they're making him play pickleball, and there's going to be a ragtag crew of, funny people and comedians in this movie, and I'm excited. Anything that Ben Stiller is a part of seems to be a hit, so I'm excited for the dink. Watch out for that. Moving on. This week, I'm going to be reviewing another special. I recently, through another recommendation, watched Ben Bankas, his new special, Are You Mad? He filmed this at Helium Comedy Club in Indianapolis. I've never been to the one in Indianapolis, but I've been to Atlanta being one of them. And it's a great club and a great franchise of clubs that has a bunch of really great rising comedians always performing. This special was definitely one of the more offensive forward specials, I would like to say. And Ben is definitely one of the more offensive, dark humored comedians, or as I like to call them, comedians. I found this guy through Instagram reels of his sets, and through the years, he's always been outrageously funny. He's from Toronto, Canada, but he's been absolutely killing across the U.S. and Canada at clubs all over the place. His bits always cross the line by design, like I said, but the punchline is always hidden and clever and never what's expected. He basically started off this special with a bit about how China is trying to colonize Africa right now, and he thinks that white people had to be the nicer colonizers in comparison. He led that up with translating the rights to gay people's rights and how they should thank white people for their rights and everything we've given them. Obviously, two very polarizing topics, and he's able to cut through the tension of the polarizing topics and make it hilarious and hit home and be relatable, but also, depending on who you are, probably step on your toes and hurt your feelings a little bit.
But fine, we'll let you. And now they're like, we think that your son might need to have their penis removed. It's getting to the point where it might be like somebody might be might be time to put these faggots back in jail.
Yeah. So he brought in his thoughts on gay, trans, pretty much all the taboo topics that make for an amazing joke writing in 2026 with the right evil genius behind the pen. Every joke felt like a beautiful train wreck that you didn't want to look away from. The political subjects that he brought up are really hard to tackle, and he does it in his own funny, like, dickhead delivery. This special was incredible from start to finish. I highly recommend it, especially if you have a dark sense of humor like I do. I'm going to give this special a bit rating of 94. It's up there with Nostalgic by Derek Stroop as probably my favorite special of the year so far, which I will be reviewing Nostalgic in one of the upcoming solo episodes. But yeah, Ben Bankas, Are You Mad? Amazing special. If you lean towards being easy to offend at all, this may not be the special for you, but it had me rolling laughing the entire hour. So go watch it and support badass upcoming comedians like Ben Bankas. He's going to be one of the biggest things in the world. Give it a year, I promise. And if there are any specials that y'all want me to review or any movies or internet clips or whatever, I want to hear what my listeners want so I can make these solo episodes as interesting as the combos that I have in the guest episodes. But I do have some really cool guests lined up in the next few weeks, and I'm fucking really excited for a couple of them and for y'all to see the funny conversations that we get to have and the topics that we get to tackle together. Appreciate everyone that's continuing with me on this journey. I'll also keep updating everyone about the peptide journey, obviously, and my countdown to get sexy before White Boy Summer 2027. We're well on the way. So moving on. I finally got around to watching Theo Von and David Spade's self-funded buddy comedy BusBoys, which follows two ne'er-do-wells in their silly journey about working their way up a restaurant's food chain to become waiters. Complete David Spade movie fashion, ridiculous and way over the top. All in all, this movie is very chaotic, but it had a lot of funny scenes. I don't think that this one is meant to be an Academy Award winner by any stretch, but it was a joined effort between a bunch of very funny people to try to revive real comedy movies again, like we used to have such an abundance of in the late 90s and the early 2000s. So many cameos, like great cameos. So if I forget one, let me know in the comments or whatever. But Tim Dillon was great as the asshole closeted gay restaurant manager. A few Kill Tony regulars, William Montgomery and Casey Rocket, as well as the newest SNL cast member, Cam Patterson. Bobby Lee of Bad Friends podcast and formerly Mad TV was in there. Trevor Wallace was in it. Just a bunch of other hilarious characters pop in and out of this story, and it's almost so off the wall at some parts of the movie that it's almost confusing for a second, but it usually a well-placed Theoism or David Spade antics breaks the tension and delivers a laugh. I purchased the film on YouTube, and I really implore everyone, if you love comedy, to go purchase these independent comedy films that our comedians are attempting to drop so that we can continue watching funny movies again. I need it. You need it. The fucking world needs it. Do it. Buy that shit. BusBoys starring Theo Von and David Spade. I give a movie bit rating of 80. It was an entertaining watch, but the story definitely could have been a little bit better written, maybe. But I guess that's just a David Spade movie, to be honest. I liked it. And like I said, I'm just happy to see more of these guys, you know, bringing new movies to the table. I'm just happy to see more of these types of movies being produced. You never know when we're going to get the next Step Brothers or Wedding Crashers or what have you. I'm working on this show, and I have a few people that I've lined up to maybe start filming some scenes and filming, you know, the introduction and get the production rolling on this funny idea for a show that I have. So if anybody that, you know, listens to the show acts or wants to be a part of the project, feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to have any of my funny fucking friends a part of it. And I'm just gonna, you know, keep pumping out content, keep putting out episodes. Like I said, these solo episodes, I'm going to keep pretty short. I'll probably do them around 25 minutes, 20 to 25 minutes. Because honestly, I don't want to hear myself talk for 45 minutes. And I don't think anybody else does. No, they probably do. Or else why the fuck would I be doing this? So stay tuned for more, you know, content through Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts. And make sure you go like and comment and subscribe on YouTube. Like, all those numbers help me. And I'm trying to get these numbies up a little bit, if you know what I'm saying, you know? So I appreciate you guys. As always, thanks for, you know, the recommendations and the advice I've been getting about the show, and anybody that's engaged with me in, you know, conversation about comedy. I love this shit and I love talking about it. I love just having great conversations in general. So if you feel like you need something to say, or you got something to say, or you have a brand you want to come push, or something that you want to plug that you're passionate about, hit your boy up. Let's have a convo. Let's talk. But thanks again for everyone that actually watches and gives me the feedback that they do. I love y'all, and y'all are the reason why I keep doing this. So I think I'm going to stop it right there. As always, I'm your host, Joe Campione, and I'll see you fucking assholes next week. Peace.
Thank you for watching Exchanging Bits with Joe Campione. Until next time, you fucking assholes.